Hey everyone, today kind of doing a random video. I just want to talk about an update on some things. I'm mostly kind of doing a review here, so we're going to be reviewing and comparing some of the wolf figures from the brands Mojo, Ltd, Schleich, Papo, and Papo, yeah, 700 collecting ones. This is the new 2020 supposed to be quote-unquote gray wolf, but he literally looks like a Mexican wolf to me, especially the brown there. I literally have no clue what they're looking for, but I don't know if you can see. On the bottom, it kind of says, hold on. On the bottom, it kind of says, like, it kind of says gray wolf on there. Yeah, you can't freaking see that. No, my expectations for this figure is pretty high. It's a stock photo, makes him look really beautiful, but he ain't that great, not gonna lie. At least mine isn't. Claws are painted kind of in clumps. I don't know if you can see. They're not as bad anymore, though, because I repainted them, but I did mess up one. And the paws I repainted, too, so they're better. I also repainted his tail. He usually doesn't have black on him. He usually has gray back, and he has a black marking down here. And they did a horrible job on that. Like, literally horrible. It literally looks like someone drew marker on it, and I'm not lying. My friend literally asked me if I drew marker on it. Ltd and Mojo, the paint doesn't stay on the figures too well. Schleich is actually getting worse. The retired ones, the paint on them stays really well, but they're just turning into crappy figures. I might not even buy them anymore. And Papo is usually the best. Even freaking Collect Day, which is even usually more expensive than Collect Day. Excuse me. Collect Day where I'm from. So that's, I don't know. And then we're going to go to some of their older figures. I had the brown howling pup, but I think I left it with my cousins and I lost it again, so I'm going to have to buy a third one. So here we're going to compare the 2007 gray howling wolf. I currently have two of these models from my most recent unboxing. I got a second one. This is my first original one. Here, like, the first one I ever got. Sorry if you see my hands in the way. They got paint all over them because I was customizing these. I feel like this figure is really beautiful. They have a really cute face for the howling. I feel like Papo is the best howling. Mojo, it looks like it's like screaming or calling out, not really howling. You can see some scars on her that I painted on her. She's pretty messy. Her name is Delta, and her rank in the pack is literally Delta. So far as scale, they're really the same. They're literally the same exact scale. She's a little bit taller because she's howling, of course, so her head's going to be over him. But they got the same scale body. They still got the tail. It's pretty much painting the same. I really love this figure, except I hate how they do the paws. I repainted the paws on mine. Yeah, you can only see. And then we're going to go to my second one, which I feel like is honestly different, even though it's the same year. Oh, here's my other one. I painted her legs black so that they're not going to be like that. They're still going to be more of a gray color. They're going to be more of a gray color whenever you get her. She has a little bit of a darker fur too because I painted over on black. I feel like the ears are wider out more. I usually love the ears that they did for this. And the gray on her face is painted pretty poorly compared to the older one. Yeah, this one is really old. It's literally like they got it in 2007, the seller got it from. But I got it brand new still. Like they just had it on the shelf and I got it like cheap for like $4 in an auction. I need to paint gray paw pads on her soon. And then we're going to talk about the black howling one, which is literally one of my favorites. Of course, this paint's getting chipped already, the one I painted because I didn't finish it yet. He's got a little bit of chipping on his shoulder because my cousins were playing really rough with these. Of course, the Papo ones barely got any dings to them except for Rampage on his nose. I'll show you who Rampage is. This is really beautiful. I love this black wolf, like, honestly, so pretty. I think this is the only brand that I collect that makes a black wolf, honestly. And I have two of the Ltd Arctic wolves. I should have not customized the original one I had because there's a lot of memories from her, but this one's named Octavia. She's another Delta in the pack. He's also Delta, and his name is it It was just like Charlie, and then I call it Charcoal or something, but I don't remember really. Her parents are unknown. She literally has no siblings. She's usually pretty bossy and she's pretty much a hothead, just like Mia, the lead of the Warriors is. Me and her usually don't get along too well. They always are fighting. I believe this is still 2007. Yeah, they made all these rules. I'm not a huge fan of this figure, but I feel like it's a pretty popular one in collections. It's usually a real cheap one too, so they're Howling ones. I customized my original one, which was named Crescent, and she was a elder pretty much, and she was like the lead healer. This one just reminds me of the Wildcraft skin, the rare one. I did not do that on purpose. I honestly hate Wildcraft. I usually don't play too many video games. You can see I changed a little bit of the font color on her. I made more of her butt kind of like white. I added black to her tail on her face. This part here got a little bit of fawn paint on it, but I'm gonna fix her up. She's not finished yet. Yeah, she's got like the black face. I feel like I did a really good job on her for being one of my first no, I think she's my third full out custom. My other ones are pretty dinged up because they're all old, so I wasn't gonna showcase them in this video. She's a bit smaller than the Mexican wolf. If you're wondering why the Arctic wolves look all fluffy and stuff, that's because that's what they are, and they usually have gray on their backs. For like the Schleich white wolf, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a white wolf because it doesn't have the gray on her, so I'd hope so, otherwise they did it incorrectly. The Schleich one is a bit smaller than the Svartadi ones. This is like one of Schleich's most popular wolf models, I feel like. I got her I think I got her when I opened the Tyson package from Douglas. She's a bit smaller than Jax is his name. He's a warrior, and she's the daughter of the two alphas, Bandit and Maxie, and her sister is Saturn, and her brother's Lightning. Her name is Jupiter, and I'm not talking about the packs. This is supposed to be more review. So the Schleich ones are a bit smaller. My favorite brand has got to be Papo compared to quality, but if you want to go with something cheaper, Mojo and Svartadi are probably your best choice. I might put in the description a couple links to where, even for like in the United Kingdom, there's websites and stuff that you can get cheaper. I'm pretty sure people struggle to get Papo, Collecte, and Svartadi in UK, but they're usually the cheaper ones here. I got master paintbrushes, so even the eyes are pretty easy. I made her eyes a little bit of a darker green. They look real pretty. Here is the Mojo, Mexican wolf howling. He doesn't have a nose, and no, this is like a current project. I painted him all black, and looked like he was just in a black suit, so I was going to repaint him basically back to his normal design-ish type of thing. Except for I don't think I'm going to paint his legs at all, but this is a current project. We're going to compare this. See how this Svartadi ones, both of these two don't look too accurate. The mouths open way too wide. I feel like the Svartadi one ain't bad, but sorry about his teeth. He literally looks like he got no teeth because of the paint. But I'm going to be fixing that. I feel like I like the body of this model though. I usually love the sculpting of the Mojo models a lot. I just love it. Same with like here's the Papo Arctic Wolf, and we're gonna compare it to the Svartadi one, which I might customize that one as well. Where'd she go? Right here. Here she is. This is the Svartadi Arctic Wolf, and here's the Papo one. Papo definitely went way higher with the fluffiness. This guy is Rampage. His nose is screwed up. That's about it. I had him since March, I think. I repainted his paws, which need repainted again. Yeah, you can see how scuffed they were. Yeah, he's the mate of Jupiter, and in the pack, he's the beta. I really like this wolf, though. He's a little strange looking. Look at his face at me. But I grew and loved him. So. The Papo models are, this is actually about accurate to the Svartadi ones. This is a little bit bigger because it's Arctic wolf. And then the gray wolves are rather large, yet the pup is pretty small. I don't know if that's because it's supposed to be younger or what. But here's Bandit, the alpha of the pack. I unboxed him way back in like April 2018. I'm waiting for my tablet. There. I was leaning up like that. His mate is Maxie, and it was Delta until I got the Papo Gray walking one. These guys are rather large. I mean, let's compare them to the Sparks D Howling Wolf. Too close. Dang, nabbit. Okay, here. Let's compare them here. He's a bit bulkier. So I had him be the alpha male. This is Navia, by the way. She's one of the hunters, and her friend is Jupiter. And my tablet are gonna fall again. Okay. And then here's a comparison to like the Colette lion model. I feel like the scale is pretty okay. I wouldn't want to make the wolves any smaller, not gonna lie. But I don't know, I feel like the lion is a bit too small for that. He's a real bulky model though, but I'm thinking about repainting her because I feel like Schleich didn't do too much of a good job on the painting of her. Just like the way the blending is on it is pretty whack. I'm not really liking it. And her eyes, most of the models, like my friends that got, some of my friends that got them and like some other YouTubers, like their eyes were messed up. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this model really. But this is Saturn, which is Jupiter's sister. I'm thinking about repainting her a little bit. Maybe I'll fix up the gray on her and I'll put some black on her stomach and a black facial thing, kind of like how I did for Crescent. I want to make this a collection video, but I'm missing Pup. I'm missing Rashka, the brown howling wolf pup from Sparky D. Hi there. Maybe we can make something out of this. Yeah, I know I'm a mess. All these figures everywhere. Okay, so let's go with my wolves first. Sorry, I'm trying to lay down here because the steps are like right there. If I don't lay down, then I'm probably gonna be slipping everywhere. I got socks on. This is Saturn. We're gonna start with Jupiter's family first. This is Saturn. Her sister's Jupiter. Her brother's Lightning. Her mom is Maxie. Her father is Bandit. Her mate is Jax, and she has no pups yet. She's one of the healers of the pack. She's gonna take after Crescent mostly. My expectations for any customizing with her, I'm thinking I might. I'm not really a big fan of the way they painted her. Schleich. I might do like a black mask type of thing on her face, and then paint black on her stomach, considering she has a black tail here, and I'm fixed up to something like gray on her. See how that works out. Yes, this is the first model I'm going to be showing you. I have one upstairs that I customized. I don't know if I should go get the other ones. I'll be right back. I have a Wildlife Wonders Grey Wolf, which I showed in my first unboxing video. But my dogs let me shoot him up last week. I'm going to be getting a new one. Right. Please don't knock over the tablet. I do not want to knock over the tablet. Alright, here we go. I got my other ones. Okay. I should just pause the video. This is getting quite long. Okay. Next up, we're gonna have Crescent, which definitely needs some work. This, I decided to customize her. She was originally the Sfargedy Arctic Wolf. Here, I can show you what she regularly used to look like. Compared to what she looks like now. I need to fix her tail. I got some fawn paint on there. And the black on her paws is coming off. On her legs. Because, like, I messed up. I basically put some white around her tush and under her belly. Then I put a black mask on her and black ears, and I made her legs black. I'm thinking about maybe customizing her, but this one is Crescent. I'm thinking I might name her Celestia instead. I'm really going to change everything. My friend that moved named her this. But, Celestia reminds me of My Little Pony, so I don't really know. My Little Pony is, like, a nightmare for me now. This, like, I don't know, and I feel like she should not be an elder. I feel like she might still be a healer, but I might not make her an elder anymore. I might just add someone else to the pack and have them be an elder. I might just customize my Papo Husky, which is a real big step, because that was, like, the one that I was most excited for, but, I didn't really get to. Oh, yeah, and she's also a yearling. She's a little over 2. She's the oldest out of them. Out of her siblings. This is... Next up, we have the 2007 Frolic D Gray Howling Wolf. I painted some scars on her. This is, like, my third wolf I ever got. I think, her name is Delta, and she's literally a Delta in the rank of the pack, which is one of the higher ranks under beta, and, she does need some fixing up on her nose, I think. I tried painting her nose kind of gray and it looks stupid, so I think I'm going to fix that. I need to fix some of the gray coming off in her stomach, and her paws, probably need to paint it again. Do I have any thoughts of customizing her yet? No, not really. I kind of want to keep her original. She's a good memory of my collection. I want to try to keep her as long as I can. She's getting quite messed up, though, because my cousin's being rough with her. I usually try and place these in the grass, though, because I don't like them getting scuffed up. Her parents actually are... She's about 3 years old, and her parents are, who are they again? I don't think she doesn't have any parents in the pack, but she came from, I remember, I think it was the Emeralds pack, and she was rescued when she was just about a year old. And I'm talking about, like, in human years, not, like, in wolf years. This is in human years, or dog years, or whatever. This is in human years, not, like... Here is Octavia. She is my second Frolic D Arctic Wolf, the non-customized one. She's a 2007. Her ranking is a Delta. She's a pretty, she has a lot of courage, but she usually doesn't do stupid things. She doesn't get too along well with Mia. She came from, I think, yeah, she's also, like, 2 years old. She's Rampage's sister, and she, has no mate or pups yet. Neither, her mate is Charcoal, but she doesn't have any pups yet. And she doesn't have a mate. The pack she came from is literally, I haven't decided that yet. She doesn't have much of a backstory yet. I need to repaint her nose. Am I thinking of repainting her? Maybe. I might make this a black wolf or a gray wolf. I'm debating on it. We'll see what goes on, because this isn't a favorite model of mine, really. Let's just go to the next wolf already. Here I have my 2007 second Great Howling Wolf. Her name is Navia. She's about 2 years old. Her mate is Allocated. She has no pups. Her parents are unknown. She was rescued when she was about 7 months old. So, and it also is unknown what pack she came from. Whenever they found her, she was there for a while. She was nearly dead, but they decided to keep her in the pack. Her best friend is Jupiter. She is a pretty passive and easygoing type of thing going on, but she can be pretty protective of her friends. And she doesn't let people step all over her. Like, like mess with her and stuff. Her ranking is a hunter. I can hear my dogs barking outside, maybe. It scared the crap out of me. Here is my Papo. I believe this is 2014 or 2016. 2014, I think. Papo Gray Howling Wolf. He's rather large. His name is Bandit. His parents were two of my wolves that never really existed, but I made up the character. Jesse and Oliver. And they died when he was pretty young, but they saved him because he was the largest pup out of his siblings, so they decided to save him. And Maxie is his mate. His pups are Jupiter, Lightning, and Saturn, which are now about a little over 2 years old. He does have the scar on his ear from attacking a bear. Maxie also has them. I didn't decide to paint her face up or anything. I figured it looked weird. She does have holes in her face from my dog chewing on her, but that was part of the thing. He's the alpha male of the pack and everything. Am I looking to customize him anytime soon? Definitely not. I really love him. I mean, I can't tell the future. Maybe I will, but I'm not currently thinking of it. Here is Jupiter. I'm sure you have, I think. She's the Schleich White Wolf. I don't really know her year. I really cannot find anyone on her legs or anything. But I got her off Amazon about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, a little less than a year ago. She's a little less than a year old. She's pretty good. There's no paint chipping off. Yeah, so this is one of the older models, and literally none of the paint is coming off. See what I mean? I did fix up her eyes a little bit. Don't mind the freaking picture on Amazon of her. It looks like she has some disgusting eyeliner on or something. She actually is a really beautiful figure. I really love her so much. I'm not thinking of customizing her anything, but I might get another one and decide to customize that. Her ranking is a hunter. Her friends are Navia and Delta. So her sister is Saturn. Her brother is Lightning. Her mother is Maxie, and her father is Bandit. Her mate is Rampage, and she has 3 pups. Rosa, Mexi, and Ramps. And she can be a little bossy at times. She's usually she has well manners to a lot of her friends, stuff like that. Though she doesn't usually trust too many people, and she's real picky about things usually. And she's a little bit on the spoiled side sometimes, but she's not like a real spoiled brat or anything. Here's Juno. I know he looks like a mess. This is the Mojo Mexican Howling Wolf. This is not what he regularly looks like. He usually has orange on his paws, legs, down his legs, and everything too. A lot better painted. He's currently a project right now. That's why he's like no nose or teeth. His ranking is a warrior, and he was born here, and his mom is actually Crescent, but his father's dead. His father's dead. That's all I can say. He's a 2016 model from Mojo. He has no mate or anything yet. Yeah, he's like one of the best warriors in the pack, alongside Mia. Here's Onyx, collecting knockoff I got years ago, and I repainted to be a white wolf. Yeah, his paint's a little messed up. He's a little older. I'm going to be fixing him up. His ranking is Omega, if I even usually have him in the pack. I'm debating about what I should be doing with him. He has no mate or pups because he's an Omega, and the way that my pack is you don't usually have a mate whenever you're an Omega. His parents and everything are unknown. He was someone that tried to invade the pack, and he became a prisoner, and they decided to keep him. Someone to take care of the pups and stuff like that. He doesn't have much of a backstory. Here's my Spartady 2020 Mexican wolf. It's supposed to be a gray wolf, but I call him a Mexican wolf because it looks a lot like one. I painted his tail a little bit black here, so it doesn't usually look like that. I know it doesn't look too great because it was just supposed to be like a shading of black. And yeah, she's also seeing the falling through. I had a lot of expectations for him. He's a lot brighter than he looks in the picture as well, in the stock photo. His paws are just repainted by me, so he's pretty good. I don't really need anything. I'm not really thinking of customizing him anytime soon, right now. His ranking is a warrior, and his mate is Saturn, and there's no pups yet. Here is Rampage. She is the beta of the pack. His sister is Octavia. He's usually well-mannered, wise, and headstrong wolf. He's a beta. He's a Papo Arctic wolf from, I believe, 20. And I don't feel like looking, honestly. It's real deep in his fur on here. His mate is Jupiter. He has 3 pups: Rosa, Mexi, and who else? Ramps. Rampage is a pretty cool wolf. Oh, jeez. Sorry, your dog's barking. Yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say about him. He's a favorite of Bandit and Maxi. Oh, but we got a lot more to go. Here's my Mojo Timber Walking Wolf. I'm looking to get... I honestly don't know which one's the newer one, the white and gray ones or not. I can't find them anywhere. But on Amazon, they have the walking one. They show it as that, but I'm pretty sure in the reviews you get the brown one, so I'm assuming the brown one's a newer one. And I think on Happy Hand Toys you can get the standing one, but I'm not really buying off of there. Excuse me. His mate is Mia. He has supposed to have 3 pups, but I'm missing one. So he has 2, Dexter and Alexander. He's a 2010 Mojo Brown. He's a Timberwolf walking. His mate is Mia. His name is Pongo, and he's a scout with the pack. He's about 4.5 years old. Here's Alake. He's a little over 2.5. He's actually Juno's younger brother. And he's a pretty silent wolf. He's not too social, and he's usually pretty kind to others that he likes. He has mate is Navia, and they have no pups yet. His ranking is a scout. Here's Lightning. Here you go. His sister is Jupiter. His sisters are Jupiter and Saturn. His dad is Bandit. His mom is Maxi. He has no mate or pups yet. His ranking is a hunter, and he's a pretty scaled hunter of the pack. Sometimes the warriors and hunters would join together though for a hunt though, because there's only 3 wolves that are hunters, and whenever they want to get bigger hunts like a buffalo or a moose, then usually gang up with the warriors. He's a retired Schleich gray howling wolf. I think he's really beautiful. I really have no thoughts of customizing him yet. He's pretty special to me. Here's Ramps, the pup of Lightning and Rampage. His sister is Mexi, and his other brother is... he has 2 sisters, Rosa and Mexi. He's the Papo 2016. It's a really beautiful wolf. I feel like Papo needs to make a new wolf. 2016 white wolf. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a white wolf, not an Arctic wolf. Maybe, I think from the fur, it's supposed to be an Arctic wolf. I'm not really thinking of customizing him anytime soon. He's a real favorite of mine. He's bigger than the Papo Gray Walking Wolf, which is pretty small. He's bigger than, like, all my pups, honestly. Yeah. Here is Mexi. I happened to pick her up. She's one of the daughters of Rampage and Jupiter. Her brother is Ramps and her sister is Rosa. This is like a 2019 Triangle pup. Again, not a huge fan. They're pretty small. They look pretty newbornish. Here's the Papo Gray Walking with female. Yeah, her face is all messed up. I explained that earlier. She's the alpha female of the pack. She's about 5.5 years old. She's a little bit older than Bandit is. She's a real pretty wolf. I really recommend this wolf. It's pretty big too. Her pup Bandits are made. Obviously, her pups are Jupiter, Lightning, and Saturn, and they might be expecting pup skin soon if I get some more. Here is Mia. She's the lead warrior of the pack. So she has some scars on her. She's pretty dinged up. I'm not thinking of customizing her anytime soon. Same with Maxie. I might custom Mexi though. She's a real great one. I really love her. She's one of my favorites for sure. Her paint is getting pretty chipped up, but I might keep her like that because I'm kind of scared to fix it. It's gonna be pretty hard to get the exact colors of her. It's the 2010 Mojo Timberwolf. It's that one. Here's another 2019 Schleich Brown Wolf. Comes a set of the Gray Wolf standing. This is Dexter, and he's one of the pups of Mia and Pongo. His sister is supposed to be Rashka, but I lost her, and her brother is Alexander. Here's Alexander. His sister's supposed to be Rashka, and her brother, but I lost her, and her brother is Dexter. His mom is Mia, his dad is Pongo. And I customized him a little bit. He won't be black like this. I put some black around his snout and a black on his back. And I have one more. Actually, I have a couple more. Here's Rosa, one of the female pups of Jupiter and Rampage. Her brother is Ramps, and her other sister is Mexi. It's the Papo Gray Walking Wolf. And I have my retired Wildlife Wonders. These were pretty hard to get. I need to get the Gray Wolf family, but that's really expensive. I'm trying to get them. These ones are even more expensive because they're the white ones, so it's harder to get. But it's like the 1990 Wildlife Wonders 5D Arctic Wolves. They have the pup. They have I'm assuming the male, which is the howling one. And then they have the walking. These are real pretty wolves. I'm not looking at customizing these for sure because they're pretty hard to get. They're really large. They're about the size of the Wildlife Wonders wolf. Here, I'll compare you to like a Papo wolf, which are usually pretty large in scale of the other ones. So yeah, they're big wolves. And that's it. That's all my wolves right now. I'm looking to get new ones maybe in the next month or a couple weeks. I'm not really too sure what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be customizing a lot of them and fixing a lot of them up right now. Maybe I'll do a collection of some of my lions in the next video or some more reviews. Thanks for watching, and dang, is Ramps muddy. Oof, that was random. He's pretty muddy. Everybody's just pretty brown looking. But yeah, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you in the next week or a couple more days. Probably tomorrow.